And we're live from Keeler Gardens. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are back to our panning camera because the garden was just so beautiful. I wanted to make sure everybody got to see, wow, and it's also windy, what was going on in the garden. So as I pan around, if you have questions on anything that's blooming in particular, I'll catch that as part of our stick around. All right, so we're gonna let everyone get their notifications. Hey Maggie, welcome. You'll get to enjoy some of our What's in Bloom later if you stick around. We're gonna let everyone get their notifications and join us, follow us, do that whole thing on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram so you can catch everything that we're putting out there to keep you connected through virtual programming. So today, hello Ed, we are talking about sharing with our community. This whole week we've been talking about how we build communities through a connection with nature. So today we're talking specifically about sharing with our communities. So, yay Maggie! So anything you ever see in any of our videos is always shareable. You just let us know. That's our goal here, is to recreate, be a pilot, and offer to recreate what we've done here for your health and betterment, for your community too, if you're not local. If you're local, just come by. So today we're talking about sharing from the perspective of ideas and concepts that build community through sharing. So I don't know if anyone's heard this story before, but we heard this story a while ago. It was, I found her name. Her name's Peggy Hill. She spoke at the Chicago Flower and Garden Show. She talked about a town, and I want to say it was Buffalo, but don't quote me on that. She talked about a city where a couple people on a block got really, really devoted to their gardens. And then their neighbors were like, well, what's that? And what's that? And they shared, and they shared, and they shared. And they created these beautiful gardens like on this block. And then it sort of transformed the neighborhood in a way that people wanted to live there, and people wanted their houses to look nice, and people wanted to share, people wanted to go out to eat and have nice restaurants, and it like revitalized the entire town. So this is the concept of what we are trying to offer you here, this idea of sharing. There have been so many groups that have been like, I don't know what to do, we need plants, we need this, we need that, and that's what we're here for. We're happy to escort you through the process. And then we know community members like Maggie, for example, who's joining us here, like Peggy Malecki, and a handful of others, many others who share. Sarah Rose from the Avondale Gardening Alliance, for example, and the Avondale Gardening Alliance. They share all kinds of wonderful information and valuable plants and valuable educational, just insights. So that is the concept of how sharing in our community really, really benefits us all. And with that in mind, I want to ask you again to consider donating to our match. Our generous donor who's matching up to $500 of any donations in our most recent fundraiser pinned to the top of the page. That's another way to share, support people, whether it's with food at this time or masks and gloves and sanitizers, if that's what someone needs. Right now, maybe somebody needs a plant, and we're happy to help them with that. We just gave away some mint from someone walking down the street, and it's easy to do, and it's something that can be so generously given and so graciously accepted. So the next thing I want to mention is that in that concept of sharing with our community, the Chicago Excellence in Gardening Awards, we just figured out how to post our video. We want everyone to consider posting their garden, big or small, fancy or not, even if it's just a jungle gym for your kids. If there's anything green or lovely about it, makes you want to be outside, anything, please consider doing a video. And I'll walk you through the steps right now. It's so simple. You just use your phone recorder or, your video, just like I'm doing right now, and just talk for a minute about why your space is so important to you and why it matters to you for a minute. And then figure out what you're going to say. I mean, if it's only a minute, you only need to practice it, 10 times? That's 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, just do this. Take a lovely video and read your script and send it in. And literally sending it in, it means like your name, your phone number, your email address, you know, a couple snippets of words of what your garden's about, and then the video. It's so easy. And I can supply mint to the whole neighborhood. I can rip out fast enough for my, Maggie, we'll talk to you about that mint, because we actually have a partner that might want more mint from the neighborhood to use at their as accents at their cafe. Again, more sharing. And this is why we want people to share the videos of their gardens. Although it is meant to be a contest, we don't expect everyone to enter to have, whoa, did you see that? It's a baby. It can't fly. I'm deviating to see if you can catch it's a juvenile, and it's having trouble flying away, and it's a little scared. Can you see it hopping? That's why it's hopping away and not flying away. Can you see it? Tucked in there? Yeah, look at it go. Bye-bye, buddy. There are a handful of them, and then their parents are hanging around too. Again, we're sharing with the birds. So do anything for a video. Just show us something about your space, and just post it on the CEGA site, Chicago Excellence in Gardening Awards. If you go back a day or two, you'll see all their links are in our posted in our one of our previous posts. The goal here is that we just get as many people as possible to get on board and share and make this idea of recognizing green spaces valuable, and send this message across the world. I mean, that's really what we're trying to do. I'm actually going to try to get people from overseas to join in just for the heck of it. So there's a hydrangea. So thanks for listening about how we're sharing with our community, and why we can all make a difference just simply by participating in very simple ways. And I am going to wrap around here and start right here. For those who stuck around, I'm going to give you a brief little review of what's going on here in the garden. We've got some heuchera in bloom here, a similar but maybe a little different color. I think these are two different cultivars. Maggie, your Japanese anemone is right here. Look at how great it's doing. It's in a perfect location. It's really happy there. We're going to come around here. Look at the beautiful ferns. This is painted fern, and I think one of them might be ghost fern. No, the ghost is over here. Look at the beautiful red-tipped astilbe with its beautiful, just a really pretty pink flower. And then there's another, that's citronelle, heuchera tucked in there. We just planted some dragonwing begonias. We're going to come back to these in a few weeks, and they're going to be massive. This is a hydrangea. We passed over that earlier. And then we've got, this is either Blackie or Ace of Spades, sweet potato vine. And in the back, again, this plant was given to me by another community member. This is Ligularia. Our neighbor gave us these impatiens. Lurvies gave us the dragonwing begonias. Our whole fairy garden here is all taken from inside the garden. In the back, those are blue hostas. And let's see, what else is pretty? Another hydrangea over here. Look at the red tipping of the barberry. Our lime twist, he died. He fell apart, so he's done. But more of that beautiful astilbe. Our wax bells are on their way. Did the ghost fern disappear? Ed's trying to be funny again. This is the ghost fern. It did not disappear. The difference in the ghost fern is that it's greener, and it's not as painted, and it feels ghost-like because it's very light in color, compared to this is the Japanese painted fern. See how much burgundy is in that? They're both the Japanese painted fern, but the blonder version, this one I believe, is also ghost. Actually, I don't know if that's ghost. It looks a little different, but I know this one is the ghost fern. It's just like all the color has been washed out. And then I wanted to come around the corner. Sorry if I'm going too fast. It's just really windy. We got the alliums that we've seen before. I don't know if I was able to show off our beautiful sage. This is just another sage, and it's really doing well this year. And a sweet, like a pixie, it's called pixie something, coneflower there. And then look at our wonderful balloon flowers. I don't know if anyone knows these. Can you see how they look like hot air balloons? Can you see the bud? How it looks like a hot air balloon floating away? Oh wait, it's not zoomed in right. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you get the idea. And then it opens up into this beautiful star flower. Isn't that beautiful? And here's the cool thing too, the way that they open. See how they start to nod? See how this one's nodding? Like it's turning sideways? That means it's getting ready to open. Otherwise it would be upright, more like that one. And then we have some mandevilla coming on the vine. This is Diamond Frost Euphorbia. We've got Monarda in the background, and we've got Liatris there, and then the dots of reddish orange in the background are daylily, and then there's some hydrangea and coneflower in the back. So thanks for sticking around to see our What's in Bloom. And we've got a kitty cat who wants to be featured. She's like, put me on camera, I'm good. Put me in, coach, I'm ready. So thanks everyone for sticking around. I'm Gina at KeelerGardens.org. Please donate, join Chicago Excellence in Gardening Awards, do a video, call us if you need anything, and we will see you tomorrow.